Across the nation, rosters are coming into focus as players are being given that golden ticket to the premier underclass event in the nation, the Future Games. Making that stage and taking that stage can transform a player's baseball story. Simply getting that invitation and knowing that you'll be performing in front of hundreds of college coaches has become a dream moment. Welcome into Coffee and Curveballs, Cory McCartney, along with Shooter Hunt. And Shooter, the path to the Future Games varies by state. For some, that means first you have to make the most of the Future Game trials. And in a state like talent-rich Texas, that can be a task unto itself.
Yeah, I mean, the immense talent coming out of the Lone Star State is no secret to anybody, which is a big reason why we continue to be progressive with the event. Added a second team in the state of Texas, very deservingly so, South Texas, North Texas. And just being at these events, the trials are worth the price of admission themselves, even beyond just getting to make the team. The guys there who didn't make the team, those guys are all D1 guys as well. So this event was really special. Good to see what the events become in the state and just how valuable it is to the players and the travel teams and all the coaches there. And I can't wait to see what these guys bring to Lake Point in a few weeks.
Yeah, the end goal is a spot at Lake Point Sports July 24th to 28th for the biggest college scouting event in the country. And selfishly, that means they all get to come see me too. Let's get into the impact players from Texas's Future Game trials. And no surprise, it is just dude after dude. Texas shortstop Shooter is of course, a premium position in a premium state. You can go all the way back to guys like Ernie Banks, of course, in this new era. Bobby Witt Jr. is the prototype. The likes of Jordan Lawler, Prep Baseball All-Americans, Casey Cunningham, and Grady Emerson drawing plenty of attention as well. Some good ones on your list. Shadow Creek's Lubin Rincon, the top-ranked player at the position in the state in 2027, second nationally. Hyde Park's Hank Rippey, who is 12th at the position in the Lone Star State. Byron Nelson's Kenson Booth, who is 14th, and also a two-way prospect, by the way. Grapevine's Connor Ray, who's 24th at the position. A talented group. Let's start with Hank Rippey in a show-stealing performance that included 104.6-mile-hour exit velos.
And I think the ease of operation for Rippy was what was so special. Hops in the box, super loose wristed, moves the barrel around the zone. You talk about that 104-mile-an-hour exit velocity. It did not take much effort to get to that. It's just so natural. The frame is continuing to add strength. It was still very much wiry athletic. It's going to add a ton more. And then he hops on the defensive side of thing and was almost a magician with the glove. Made one of the better plays I've ever seen in a showcase setting. And he made it look very easy. Just playing third base at this time, comes charging in on a ball, goes backhand, glove to hand over to first base on the run. It was just a really instinctual play that for a player that for that to come that naturally speaks a lot about his defensive upside. But then at the plate, the impact, he's able to cover the plate, face some really good arms, utilize the whole field, and got some barrels out there. I love the upside. I think he's a guy that college coaches need to get their eyes on immediately because August 1, his phone needs to be blowing up.
Lubin Rincon has been the guy at the position in Texas. Did anything surprise you from him at the feature game trials? Or was this just the number one shortstop in the nation and this no, number one shortstop in the state, solidifying what you already knew?
Yeah, it reaffirmed all these things and just kind of getting up close to him, just seeing how big he is. I'm like, this guy is a true 6'3", whereas me, I list myself as 6'3", I'm more 6'2". He's square shouldered. He's still getting mature. And from the state games back at A&M where he emerged on the scene for us in College Station back in November, to come to the preseason events, to going through the season, have a great spring, to perform in the NPI. Then he comes to the Future Games trials, earns an invite to the Future Games, also an invite to our Prep Baseball All-American game in September. So it was really a big moment for Lubin to just reaffirm himself as one of the best players in the country, and one who's only going to get better.
What did they say with Fletch? It was like 6'3", 6'8" with the afro. So there you go. With Kenson Booth, who is also up to 89 in the mound, there's a ton to like. Near triple digit exit velos from the left side, 90 arm at short. What stood out to you?
I mean, he's a dog. You know, like this guy hops on the field, steps in the box. I think he was like either the second or third hitter of the day, and it's just barrel city. I put out a tweet. I'm getting texted from coaches all over, his opposing coaches who are just saying this guy just gets after it. I know Brandon Goins down in Texas loves the two-way ability of this kid. He hops on the mound. He's spinning close to 3,000 RPM on the breaking ball. He's going to hunt those swings and misses. And you just envision, especially in today's day and age, as the rosters continue to get more contracted, A guy who can two-way kind of gives you a little more leeway to have that versatility. He's going to be able to get some swings and misses, but I love what he does at the plate, and he's an absolute winner. He's going to find a way to force his way into a lineup at the collegiate level. Huge upside. This kid's one you want to bet on.
Connor Ray, 24th among shortstops in the state, 99th overall, made an impression with that left-handed swing. Also appears that stood out even more during the game portion of the trials.
Yeah, and not the biggest kid. He's still very much wiry. And he's not this guy, but the frame actually looks similar to at the future games back in 2019 when Jackson Merrill was just dripping wet at like 140, 150. Oh, this kid's got a good swing. That's kind of what Ray looked like. The same kind of, oh, could this get bigger? Had a great sophomore year starting at shortstop. Another guy who all the coaches are texting like, this guy was just a baller. All he did was hit. Oh, he was really good. And he did the same thing in game. He's not scared, steps in the box. He's going to get much bigger over time, but he's not scared at the dish. Left-handed stroke. I think guys are going to really enjoy watching him.
Another infielder who was pummeling baseballs, Hudson Cuevas, 5'9", Cedar Park 2027, up to 103 exit velo, the nation's top-ranked second baseman, worth everyone's attention.
Corey, you know that Cuevas had a lot of buzz around him where every time I see somebody down in Texas and he's at an event or he's at a game, they're like, oh yeah, this kid won MVP of this. He had all these hits last week. And you see him in person and it doesn't jump off the page, 6'3", like some of the guys we're going to talk about here. And then he steps into the box and he's in games and he took phenomenal at bats. I'm not talking just like good, okay at bats. He was on everything and impacting things. His last at bat, where he hit a home run to right center, no doubt. Oh, he gets a dirty right on right changeup that he swings over. Great swing. Kid goes to a slider next pitch. He was all over it, drives it to the opposite field. Just an absolute performer. Corey, down by you in Atlanta, there's some Drew Burress similarities where just kind of the frame, he's unassuming, and then he steps in the box, and it's just an absolute baller. So I don't even think the videos do it justice that I was putting out on Twitter. This guy can hit, and I think that's going to really entice a lot of recruiting coordinators to want to get him into their program.
Well, some local stores have Drew Burress banners inside them now down here in Atlanta, so that's some big shoes to fill. We go behind the plate for a look at Charlie Hurd, Texas's #2 catcher, 6'1", 205 pounds, pop time down to 182 with a 79-mile-an-hour velo on the throwdown. I know the defense ability just blew you away.
Yeah, I think a lot of times you get parents and some coaches to an extent, you get caught up in the metric like, oh, he's got an 87 mile an hour, all this stuff. Okay, 79 is more than enough. He put it on the bag every single time. That's what I look for. Hey, the feet, the transfer, the feet work really well. He gets rid of the ball, and every single throw is on the bag. 1-8, 1-8, 185. And it wasn't just during the workout, which he was the first one to go and really set the bar there, which was a difficult act to follow. In the game, it's hot. It's 100 degrees in Austin every single time. Hey, throwing down, boom, on the bag. And it's something really professional approach. It's the maturity. I love the way that the bats come along from when we saw him in College Station, where I liked him there as well. Mature, comes out, kind of sprays the ball around, and then at the end, he gave you a nice glimpse of the power and what's going to come. It's a kid I think all coaches are going to enjoy talking to on the phone. He's going to be able to lead a pitching staff. Really big fan. I think he's one of the best, if not the best defensive catcher in the class.
Two right-handers we are keying in on: Kingwood's Ryder Renfro, Magnolia's Jackson Wilcox, both into the low 90s, both bringing some really deep arsenals.
I mean, Renfro's got a chance to be flat out electric. It is a dynamic mover, about 6'3", 180, looks like a shortstop on the mound, can really spin the baseball. It's just, he's going to hunt through those swings and misses. He's going to have a chance to get those. You're looking at a potential Friday, Saturday weekend guy in a big conference. But I think more than anything, he's got that moxie and that self-confidence where he doesn't have to be loud about it, but he knows he's going out there to do some big things. And again, another guy from College Station, seeing that upward trajectory is so important. And the ability to get a first look, okay, in November, this good guy moves well, the arm works, I think he's going to get bigger, to what he does throughout the spring, to what he does at the Future Games trials, to what he'll eventually probably do. I'd imagine he's probably getting the ball in a nice Thursday night game against a California team where he's trying to let them know what they do in the state of Texas. But it was big time stuff from him. And then Wilcox comes out as a 4-quadrant fastball, up to 91, can move it all around, has 3 pitches for strikes. He looks as part of a starter. And it's hard to find that a lot of times in this day and age where you're just chasing vert or just chasing velo. This guy knows how to pitch. He's going to move the fastball in and out. He's going to disrupt timing. And I think he's got a chance to really make an impact at the collegiate level right now.
Finally, outfielder Tyler King did what I love to see in a showcase environment: stack up big time metrics. He's fast, ripping off a 6.48 and a 60, triple digit exit velos, and an impressive arm from the outfield. The strength, the athleticism are undeniable.
I mean, when you find an athlete like this, it's somebody you have to go out and see. And his rounds during batting practice steadily got better, but it was the outputs where, hey, this is some unteachable outputs. Kid's running a 6'4". He's 6'3", 195, handles himself well. What I thought really allowed him to kind of jump into this list and potentially make an impact at the next level were the at bats he took. He really tracked well. I think he's going to still need some more, obviously, some more in game at bats to continue to get that hit tool better. But he has the ingredients that few have and the high ceiling because of that athleticism and just the God given talent that he has. So now to work at it and get after it, which the state of Texas always does, it's going to be fun to watch TK.
Well, we know Texas is going to show up and show out at the feature games. These are some names we will firmly expect to see come the end of the summer at Lake Point Sports. We'll have plenty more coffee and curveballs coming your way, so don't go anywhere. Until next time, I'm Cory McCartney, that's Shooter Hunt, and we'll see you at the Diamond.